Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night Diamond Minds team call. We are excited and pumped up. I actually just got off of another call with some guys from my personal team and just talking about the same topic, which is Leaders Retreat. This weekend, we had the Daring to Be Diamond Leaders Retreat in Nashville, and it was phenomenal. If you don't know what that was, Alita and six other diamonds got together and said, we want to host an event. They rented a room at the Gaylord. They fed us lunch. We had goodie bags with cowboy hats. They rented out the Nashville Palace for line dancing, which I so enjoyed. And actually I had blisters on my feet the next day and had to wear tennis shoes to church, but whatever. It was awesome. And we had an amazing day, guys. That Saturday session, we were in training from 9 until 4 with a lunch break in the middle for just talking and visiting with other Plexus people. And let me tell you, from the very first moment that session started, that the training started, these women poured belief into us. They poured belief in the business. They challenged us. It kind of became a running joke of what's in this pink drink, because all of us were crying. Like everybody in the room, I think, was crying. And so, it kind of goes like, if you can make them cry, you've reached them, you've reached that nerve. So make them cry. No, I'm joking. But that's what these women were doing, guys. They were moving us to such a point that it was becoming real. And I am not a crier. I am a, hard nosed, Katie bar the door, damn the torpedoes, I'm running through the jungle type person. And I was able to allow myself to dream into vision this weekend. I cried. I wrote things down I had not written down in quite a long time. I was using the word diamond instead of the word emerald. And it was awesome.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah. So Lisa is normally with us on this call. She had an event tonight, and Alita has been doing coaching as well, but she is kind of letting me run with this tonight. So I hope you guys do not mind hearing from me, because I am going to tell you about it. Okay. So I think the main overarching theme from this weekend is belief. Belief in yourself, belief in the products, belief in this business. The speakers that were there talked about things like your fear story. What is your fear story? What's the thing that holds you back? When you sit down and you write down what it takes to be a leader in Plexus, and then you write down what qualities you have, what do you have? What are you writing down that actually kind of makes you cringe a little bit, makes you second guess yourself, makes you think that you can't do this? Guess what? That's your fear story. And what I learned this weekend is, and I posted this on my page, I had a dream Saturday night about it. What I learned this weekend is that someone cannot change your mind without your consent. Someone cannot change your mind without your consent. If you allow someone to let you think that you can't, or that you won't, or that success is not for you, or prosperity is not for you, or you can't help people, or you can't lead, or you have had to give them permission to plant that seed for you to come into agreement with it. And I drew a line in the sand this weekend, and I said, you know what? I no longer give permission to myself or anyone else to make me change my mind. There's a story about a general that goes and takes his Navy, and they go, all their ships, it might not have been Navy, but their ships, their fleet of ships, and they go to attack this other country. And when they get there, he turns to them and he says, burn the ships. Burn the ships. And they said, why do you want us to burn the ships? And he said, because we will either win or we die. There is no returning home. And that's what happened this weekend for me, guys. Mama's going to preach at you a minute, because let me tell you, if you do not get some belief and know that you can do this, then you won't do it. Whether you believe you can or you can't, it's right. So whenever you come up against that fear belief, that tactic, that thing that hits you in the face, hurts your heart, makes you feel nauseous, whatever it is, take it to a leader, take it to somebody, take it to a leader, bring it to me. I don't care if you're on my team or not. I will help you. I'm pushing through this myself. Alita has busted my chops the last 3 weeks and made me cry and made me mad and made me whine and everything else. But you know what? I finally broke through the flipping wall. Finally. Because what that means is that I have figured out if I come up against the limiting belief, number one, I'm going to recognize it right away. It's not just going to sit there and linger and marinate all over the place. Okay. I'm going to recognize it. And number two, the next thing I'm asking myself is, okay, how do I get past it? What do I need to learn? Who do I need to connect with? Where can I grow? Guys, there's always going to be an obstacle to overcome. You're always going to have the next thing that you have to overcome. And if you don't start building resilience now, you will not make it. You won't. This business is fun. This business is rewarding. This business is challenging. This business has lows. You won't make it unless you draw the line in the sand. So I'm here to tell you tonight that that's what happened for me and hundreds of other women this weekend. There was 300 people in the room, and you could feel belief being born in the room. You could feel faith rising up. You could feel dreams being birthed in people. You could feel it. You could look around and see the tears coming out of people's eyes. I, for the very first time, put words to my vision that I want to buy a condo. I said a house this weekend, but I actually looked at how much they cost, and I'm going to start with the condo. But I want to buy a condo in Caroline in Panama City for my husband. That's what I want. I'm working on a vision board. Guys, pull up your Canva. Pull up Canva. Pull up, pick whatever the other picture things are. Go to Canva, though. It's easy. Go to Canva, pull up a template, and start putting in your vision board. I was doing that today. I pulled the Emerald Extravaganza logo off of the internet. I pulled the Gaylord Palm Orlando logo off the internet. I pulled the condo at Caroline that I want to buy off the internet, and I put it on my vision board. And then, guys, spend whatever it is. I think I don't know, I haven't even looked, but I would guess it was probably 10 or 12 bucks. Get the poster printed out and hang it up in your room. Hang it up in your office. Do your vision board and really make it tangible and real, because until it's real, until it makes you cry, until it makes you sweat a little bit, until you can feel it and taste it, you're not going to do it. You're not going to believe it. That's why they've been making us shut our eyes on Power Hour in the mornings and vision and think about it. If you haven't been on Power Hour, that's what they're making us do right now. Usually about the last 5 minutes, it's shut your eyes and picture yourself sitting in that chair at convention with Emerald on the back part of it right here. Picture what it feels like for your husband, for your best friend to be sitting there beside you and see you walk up on that stage and get that big green emerald paperweight to put on your desk with your name carved in it. Picture what that feels like to get on a first-class plane ticket to Hawaii for extravaganza next year. Picture what that feels like. Feel it. Feel it. Feel that new luggage in your hand. Walking through the airport, looking like a jewel. Feel that. Guys, this weekend, even before retreat, I went shopping Friday. I went shopping. I bought a cool little leopard sweater and another little thing, some boots. And I told my mom, I was working this weekend. Some of the ladies that did this retreat are my clients from my VA business. I was working this weekend, but you know what? I told my mom, I said, I'm going to walk in there looking like a flipping diamond, because that's who I am. And don't settle for less. That's who you are. If you think you're less than that, you're wrong. I'm here to tell you, you are wrong. You can do this business. If you are breathing and you have a brain, you can do this business. Guys, it is not rocket science. That's what I learned this weekend. I saw introverts. I saw extroverts. I saw people that were, the blonde cookie cutter mold that Plexus spits out of the machine, I saw those people. And then I saw the people that didn't even look like the diamonds. And they were there and they were doing it. They'd have got me some music going.
Yeah, I know. I know you, girl.
Guys, there is nothing you cannot do in this business if you believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, borrow my belief, because I believe in you. I believe that any of us, if we are honest with ourselves and we get honest with our fear stories, and say, why do I believe that? Guys, my biggest fear story is that I'm not a good leader. That's my biggest fear story. Do you know how much sense that does not make in my world? You put it down on paper, you put my resume on paper, it doesn't make sense. I worked for a leadership development company for 15 years. It does not make rational sense, but that's my fear story. So now, instead of concentrating on that, and I told Alita, it was hard to write it down. When they said, write down the things you believe about yourself that are hitting a wall, that you're hitting a wall with, it was hard for me to write it down. You know why it was hard for me to write it down this time? Because I felt like I was betraying myself to even put it into words, because I'm overcoming it. 3 weeks ago, I would have written it down with no problem, and I would have felt bad looking at it on the paper for a minute. I'm not a good leader. This weekend, it was hard for me to write the words on the paper because I am a good leader. And the places where I need to improve, I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to make it happen. So I found myself an accountability sideline this weekend. I encourage you to do this, guys. I'm just going to talk here for just a second, okay? Find yourself an accountability partner. I found someone that was on a similar journey as me, and God totally opened up the door for this guy. So just pray for it and it will come. Okay. I was asking myself all day, who's going to be my accountability? You know, I need somebody that's a sideline that I can run with, and that has a personality like me, that we can challenge each other and call each other out on their crap and all that stuff. Cause that's who I am. I don't need a wishy-washy person. It's going to be like, oh, you can do it. That's not me. You might need that. I don't need that. Okay. I need somebody that's going to kick me in the face and be like, get up and go. So I found somebody. And guess what? We met for 45 minutes this morning and we put together action items. And we already are texting each other today saying, I did my messages, and who did you message, and how are you doing? And we're going to meet every single Monday morning at 8:30 before power hour. And we're going to go over our junk. And we shared ideas and we inspired one another. I got off that call and I was like, yes, I'm going to go do this. Who's your person? If you don't know who your person is, ask one of your uplines. Say, hey, who's on another one of your legs that I would click with, that we could work well together? Get some advice. You might not find it at first. I've had several people that I've connected with in and out through the years. I found somebody today that I really clicked with. Like, we were having the same thoughts in our heads, which is pretty cool. So we can hold each other accountable to them, right? I could ask her, okay, how are you going to overcome that? What are you going to do about it? Right? Guys, you can do this. If I want to give you anything tonight, it's belief that you can do this. Now, there were practical things that we learned, and on Monday nights at 8:30, we're going to go through some of those things at some point, but I don't want to talk about that tonight. I want to talk about customer service and objections and any of that. I want you to know tonight that you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Any area where you're lacking, look at your fear story. And then be honest with yourself and find out, why do I feel this way and how can I overcome it? And do not say that you can't or you don't know, because those answers are not valid. You're just cheating yourself out of success at that point. Do not even come at us with, I don't know. You're shaking your heads, yes, and I love that, because you know what? It's telling me she's saying something I can believe in. She's saying something I can grab a hold of. So guys, we want to pour into you at 8:30 on Monday nights. We want you to get your team here 8:30 on Monday nights, because Monday nights are going to be when we get nitty and gritty. Every weekday morning, you've got mindset training. You've got power hour. If you're not getting into power hour, you are cheating yourself. If I do not tune into power hour, I do not set my record straight for the day. I don't have my mindset for the day. I don't work on my Plexus business. I get distracted. Power hour is my key. So find your key and use that key every single day to unlock your potential, whether it's a podcast, a motivational thing, whatever it is. Find what it is, pour into yourself, and then get to work. Hold yourself accountable to do that every day. Now, Monday nights are going to be a time where we can be honest with you, pour into you if you're not able to tune into Power Hour Live, but then also to answer questions. So tonight, I'm about to turn over to Alita for a minute, but I want you guys to be thinking of questions. Ask us questions, because guys, if we don't start being real and getting to the nitty gritty and finding out what you need and us giving it to you and doing all those things, we want all boats to rise. All boats rise here. We all help each other. We love each other. We hold each other accountable. We pray together. We cry together. We laugh together. So let's succeed together. Let's succeed in what we're doing, because I want to lock arms with you, because I know that we can do this. Good? Amen? Can I get an amen from the gallery here? Because I'm a preacher and I need an amen. All right. All right.
Amen, girl. Come on.
Okay.
I was when you said, yeah, I'll tell you, I have a song for you later. I was so good. I was just like freaking out over it. That's how her and I we're connected, through music, through song, one might say. So absolutely love that. You refired me up. I'm just like, I was like, tell me more. It was so good. And so, yes, Monday nights, we're going to kind of reserve for just connecting, talking a little bit about mindset, talking a little bit about belief, and then also talking about how do you really get to the next level. And so I want you to be thinking about, what can you do to get to the next level? And the first thing you need to do is start recruiting. It has to happen. So who are you thinking of? Who are you recruiting? Who are you talking to? Who are you sharing Plexus with? Getting out of your comfort zone and really digging deep and thinking about, am I posting? Am I sharing? And not just posting random Plexus stuff, but like your story with Plexus or a testimony of Plexus, something off of the Facebook 30 days of posting, whatever it is. Are you game planning with your upline the next steps for you? But the first step is recruitment. The first step is sharing. The first step is getting people referred. You cannot have a business if you are not referring. So you must start referring. But I literally have nothing else to say other than take what LaToya just said to you, get it in your head and go for it. I mean, legitimately just go for it.
Well, and I want to answer, we've had a comment that is, what do you do when the people closest to you are not supporting you? Let me answer this, because this was an issue for me. My husband wasn't verbally not supportive, but I felt like I needed his approval. I wanted his affirmation. I wanted him to say, I'm proud of you, or good job. And for years, we've been married for 26 years. Okay. Almost 26 years. And I have not been able to say, for the last 26 years, I've not been able to say that sentence of, I want my husband to say, I'm proud of you, without crying, for 26 years. And then I had a dream. God talks to me in dreams, in case you don't know. But I had a dream, and guys, I woke up from this dream and I was completely free from this need. And let me tell you this dream. I was at an actual event, a Plexus event, and Alita was getting up to sing. And I know Alita. I was the first person that signed up with her in Plexus. I mean, I was there for the home birth of 3 of her children. I mean, I know her, okay? We friends. We know each other like that. I know where her tattoos are, okay? Let me tell you. So I'm just saying.
This is hilarious.
So at the event, in my mind, she's getting up to sing. And there was another singer there. And for the life of me, I can't think of who it is right this second. I think it was CeCe Winans or somebody. But anyway, there was another singer there. And in my mind, I thought, hey, I know Alita. So I can get Alita to get me backstage and introduce me to CeCe, because that's what I wanted. And then it's so weird. In my dream, I felt like I started having this conversation with God. And he said, why do you want to meet CeCe? And I said, well, I like her and I want her to like me. And if Alita introduces us, I got an in. And he said, but why? Why do you need to meet her? Why do you want approval from someone that you've never even met? Why do you need that? Who do you need approval from? And I said, the only approval that I need is yours. And in my dream, I had this light bulb moment. And I woke up not needing my husband's approval anymore. So if you need the support, the affirmation, the you go get them pat on the back from somebody around you, ask yourself why you need that. Because you know what I have found? It's nice to have, but whether he gives it to me or not, I'm doing this. Eventually, he'll smile when he's sitting on the beach in Hawaii. He doesn't stop me, and I'm going to run with it. He can think I'm crazy. My whole family, I've been doing this for 6 years. Guys, for 6 years, I have been trying to get my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my husband's cousin on board and his aunt on board for 6 years. Guess who just joined my team? All 4 of them. 6 years, they've sat around and called me crazy. 6 years, I've heard them make comments about other people in Plexus and how crazy they are. 6 years. But they're on my team right now. Guess who was just on my team call before I hung up and came over here with you guys? 2 of those 4 were on my team call. It doesn't matter whether they support you or not. You need to ask yourself, why do I feel like I need it? You are enough. Your own approval is enough. If you're a believer, his approval is all you need, period. If you're looking for approval from man, you're missing something in here. So figure it out. Get to the hard place. Love yourself and do this for you. Do this for your family. Do this for your dreams, for the people that you want to affect, for the things that you want to do. I was messaging with someone else this morning that was at the retreat, and they said, I'm going to build a retreat center. I want to build a retreat center. That's awesome. What a great dream. To build a retreat center for other people to come and experience whatever. I don't even know what their retreat center is about, but it doesn't matter because it's their dream. So nobody can come along and tell them that they're not worth it, or the people that they're going to help are not worth it. You've come along too late to tell me that this can't happen because I've seen it. We all can look at Alita right now. We know that this can happen for people. She has what, Alita, 12 people on your team that are 6-figure earners? Is that right? Is that right? 12?
15.
15. Boom. So it's not just her. It's not just because she's special and she's blonde and she's bubbly and she can sing and all the stuff. It's not. She's got 15 people on her team making 6 figures. So what makes them different from you? Not one thing, except they didn't quit and they figured out their junk and they got over it. Period. That's all it was. And recruiting, like Alita said. That was it. You got to tell people about Plexus. If you don't ever tell them, they ain't going to know. Right? Guys, you can do this. You so can do this. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. Yeah. Go, Alita. Say something wonderful.
So good. It's so good. Latoya, you're so good. Dang, yes. I think the thing too is you think, oh, I need hundreds of people. And the truth is you probably need about, well, let me think about this. I have 4 level 1s who actively work the business. So there you go.
Wow.
It's signing up.
How many level 1s have you recruited though, Alita? How many level 1s do you have total in 6 years?
Oh gosh, I haven't calculated that in a long time, but I would say they say an average of between 70 people to go emerald.
And I believe that. I think I haven't looked either in a while, but I think I'm probably hitting towards 40 level 1s in my 6 years.
Yeah.
I quit working the business for 4 of those.
Yeah. I think that's about right. That, like, just a numbers game. If you did just purely a numbers game, it's about that. But really, I mean, Rosalind Payne signed up 8 level 1s when she was emerald. She only had 8 level 1s. Cheryl, I mean, there's lots of people who don't have, like,
Yeah.
So it just depends.
One quote this weekend that really hit home, and I believe Bree said it, was, you are one conversation away.
Yes.
From your business
and
changing.
Small conversations, small results. Or what was that? Oh, dang it.
I missed that one.
It was really good. Small talk equals small results. Oh my goodness, Jennifer Lee said it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but that's it, guys. I mean, you're one conversation away from your business changing. You're one conversation away from your life changing. So do you give up, right? I mean, we've all heard the story of the guy that was digging for gold and he gave up like, a foot too early or whatever it was. And then there was all the gold. The only way to lose is to quit. The only way to lose. The only way to not succeed in this business is to quit. And you've heard it 1,000 times. I'm going to tell you 1,001 more. If it takes 6 years, if it takes me 8 years, if it takes me 10 years to get to emerald or sapphire or diamond, whatever, if it takes me that long to get there, is it worth it? Heck yeah. I do not have a college degree. I am not going back into corporate world. I have plans. I have dreams, and none of that calculates in, none of that figures into the equation. So if it takes me 10 years, it's worth it to get there. It's worth it. It's worth me spending Monday nights on a Zoom and 5 Zooms on Monday nights. It's worth it to get there. I also have heard it said, if you're working your business 30 minutes to an hour a day, and that means IPA, not just, thinking about Plexus, but actually having conversations with people, belly to belly, as Michelle said at the retreat. But if you're having conversations with people, if you work your business 30 minutes to an hour a day, you're going to be gold, senior gold. Maybe moving towards ruby, just depends. If you're working at 2 hours a day, you will be emerald. 2 hours a day, guys. You spend 2 hours a day watching junk TV at night. You just do. You could cut off the news and be more productive making a phone call. I'm just saying.
Come on.
I mean, really think about it. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. It's worth it. It's worth me letting my husband play PlayStation on Monday nights and me sitting in my office doing Zoom calls all night long, talking to people. Totally worth it. 100% worth it. You are worth it. Your family's worth it. Your dreams are worth it. So your takeaway tonight, guys, your assignment for tonight, and if you're watching the replay on this, your assignment for this is make your dream board. And if your dream board doesn't make you cry, you're not there. You have not made it. If it doesn't make you cry thinking about it, shutting your eyes, envisioning it, writing it down, saying it out loud, that's where it got me. When I had to say it out loud, I was like, if it doesn't make you cry, you're not there. Keep working. And then when it makes you cry, make your dream board and then spend whatever it is to have it printed out on a poster and do it. If you're on my team and you're watching this, send me your dream board. I will pay for you a flipping poster. Okay? Do it and have it in front of you and believe it and think about it. Because guys, guess what? When you get there, and just like Megan Malakovich shared, when you check off all the things on your dream board, you're just going to have to make another dream board. So keep dreaming and keep getting bigger and keep getting bolder and keep really pushing yourself to believe what you can do in this business. But that's your assignment tonight, is I want you to cry. I want to make you cry. That's your assignment. If you're not crying, you're not there. Really feel it in your bones, guys, and make that vision board and send it to us. Send it to me and Alita for sure, please, so we can celebrate and dream with you. Please send it to us. That's all I got, sis.
Agreed. So powerful. I have nothing else to say. You killed it. You crushed it. So we will see you guys next Monday. Come with questions, put them in at the beginning of the sessions, and we'll see you next Monday. Thanks, LaToya.